What's going on, guys? I'm Tyler, and in continuing my series of Disney movie reviews, I'm here to let you know that The Black Cauldron is by no means no perfect movie. Yeah. So, The Black Cauldron follows a farm boy named Taran who finds himself on a journey with a princess, a minstrel, and a talking creature named Gurgi so that they can prevent the evil Horned King from discovering the Black Cauldron. And the Black Cauldron is an artifact that can raise an undead army of invincible warriors. As I'm making this video, The Black Cauldron is probably the least enjoyable Disney movie that I have ever seen. When I revisit Home on the Range, and if I decide to watch Pete's Dragon, maybe that'll change, I don't know. But as far as this goes, this couldn't even accomplish the basic thing that Disney movies are known for, which is to put a smile on people's faces and make it entertaining. This movie doesn't accomplish that. This is the most plot-driven Disney movie that I have seen in such a long time. There are Disney remakes that are more character-driven than this. As soon as the word is out that the Horned King is looking for the cauldron, boom, Taran is already on his journey all by himself to keep this cauldron a secret. We need him to get captured, boom, he'll get daydreams for absolutely no reason, and then people will sneak up behind him and take him to a castle. He needs to break out of that castle and find friends. Boom, this one lady breaks into his cell. She's like, hey, I'm escaping. You should come with me. Okay. And things just happen. Characters don't do anything. The things just happen. And the characters themselves are very unlikable and have very little personality. I'm good at coming up with smallest things to make characters sound three-dimensional. I couldn't do that with this movie. Taran is such a complete and utter moron who conveniently daydreams about what a great warrior he will be that he loses the one thing he was supposed to do, the one secret that keeps this Black Cauldron away from the Horned King. I know he's supposed to have this arc around, like, learning that violence is not the main way to solve your problems, but he was such a selfish bastard throughout the whole time that I didn't really feel like it was ever going to get earned. It kind of was near the end of the movie, but again, it's really just a plot-driven convenience. The princess in this movie is easily the worst Disney princess ever, and that's really saying something. For one specific reason, she's a princess in name only. What is her kingdom? What are they doing to combat this Horned King? What are they doing about her getting captured in the first place? Why is there this floating orb that can talk but really doesn't do anything significant? I have no fucking idea, and neither does this movie. And weirdly enough, other than break Taran out of his cell and help him escape the castle, that's really all she does that's essential. Until then, Taran carries her by her arm and is just like, I'll save you, and fuck, that was so stupid. The minstrel, because Lord knows you need a minstrel to fight undead armies, does absolutely nothing other than run away like a pussy and have this harp that can break its strings whenever he lies. It'd be funny if his lies were funny, but they weren't. Seriously, these characters really do nothing together, but there are so many shots of them, the four of them, once this creature tags along too, that give you the impression like, oh, they're a team, they have good chemistry with each other, they're relatable, and they are none of those things. Just on the surface, having a group of four on this journey just looks better than a journey with only one person, which really should just be that one person, because Taran and this creature Gurgi, oddly enough, are the only ones who really do anything significant to combat the Horned King. I haven't even gotten to the fact that this movie was delayed for a year, edited down, reanimated so poorly that you can see lines on the characters appear and disappear all the time, because apparently the test screening scared the living shit out of kids that they ran out of the theater, so they cut out 12 minutes of essential character interactions and apparently some more brutal moments too. I don't know what kids saw at that screening, so I can't really say, but everyone reacted like it was Return to Oz, and this is not Return to Oz. It's not even Pinocchio, oddly enough. That still scares the living shit out of me as a 24-year-old to this day. And that's because the scares affect the characters in a believable way, and there are high stakes to those scares too. the characters in the Black Cauldron are so unlikable that you don't really feel scared for them. Sure, all the sets are dark and murky and there's a lot of muted colors, but it's offset by the fact that there is a lot of dumb comedy and some really forced slapstick, especially with the Gurgi character. The only likable thing about him is that he beat Andy Serkis to the Gollum voice, but that's not even enough. And as for the Horn King, he has two of the single best moments. One of them being his great entrance. Whenever anyone around him senses him magically appearing, the sound drains out, the candles all flicker, then he appears in this puff of smoke, and his theme music as he enters and exits throughout the movie has this really eerie synthesized feel to it, almost like a John Carpenter movie. And John Hurt is the Horn King, and he has this devilishly evil voice that really suits the character and this grotesque looking design that is admittedly a tad bit creepy. But he's not in the movie enough to be intimidating, and the scenes that he's in, he's really just sitting on his throne threatening to kill people who constantly fail at their jobs. So not only was he not really a complicated villain, because why else would you raise an army of dead unless you're just evil, but he's not even good at being intimidating evil. I could go on and on about this forever, but I can't believe I'm saying this. The Black Cauldron was a complete clusterfuck. It was edited down to the point where most of the character interactions, wherever they were, we'll never know if they were good or not because the ones in the movie are non-existent. The characters are so unlikable. The story is plot-driven, expository-heavy, tons of inner monologues that are just so badly put together and so badly voice-acted too. The animation was subpar at best, which is disappointing because it at one point was the most expensive animated movie ever, and boy does it not show. It's one of the most insignificant things Disney's ever made, and I'm 100% serious on this. I'm going to give The Black Cauldron a 1.5 out of 5. I don't recommend anyone checking this out. If you do like it, do let me know in the comments below why. Nothing against you. I'm sure you have your reasons. Lord knows there are Disney movies I like that people hate. So try not to let that get too personal. That's all I want to say. But thank you as always for watching. Be sure to stay tuned for more Disney reviews. I promise you the next ones will probably be a lot more upbeat. So until then, stay tuned and be sure to like and subscribe. Take care.